This area is a designated area in SPA, which is a European directive, a special protection area for hen harriers, and also an SSI, a site of special scientific interest. Last year there were 6 pairs of breeding harriers. We'd fledged 16 chicks. This year there are 3 potential pairs in territory at the moment. We're in Terrace Valley now, and last year we had one of the chicks satellite tagged and named her Terrace. We followed her all winter, and unfortunately she disappeared in late February in suspicious circumstances, let's say, in Northumberland.
Initially the plan was to go for the larger area, which would have cost over 6 million. But by July we were sort of realising we weren't going to perhaps make that amount of money, but there was a lot of money coming in through the crowdfunder.
The last week was absolutely amazing, watching the numbers, mount up day by day, hour by hour. It was a very exciting period.
And we have to thank everybody who helped with the publicity and who helped, retweet things or send off their Facebook posts about the project, the proposal, because it definitely helps a lot to get the word out there, and all kinds of people supported that, so that's tremendous.
We had a tiny little school in Glasgow called Sunnyside, and they're very environmentally conscious, and they did a sponsored hop, skip and jump. I think the sum they raised was about £200, but it doesn't really matter. It's what was behind it. Their efforts were every bit as valuable as the big contributions, because they came from the heart.
Yeah, and of course Hen Harrier Day last year raised £10,000 for us, so that was fantastic. So thank you to everybody who helped contribute to that. That was amazing.
It feels incredible to be almost a year on from last year's Hen Harrier Day, and in that year there's been an almost life-changing experience for people here at Langholm, and we reached this incredible funding goal to be able to create the Terrace Valley Nature Reserve. The actual transfer of the land had to be completed by the end of March, and when we got there just in time. Again, we've done that a lot throughout this process, but yes, so at the end of March the land was handed over to the Langholm Initiative, the charity here, and yeah, we're now, this is us, it's community owned land.
We had a lovely little celebration on the moor, and one of our members actually made a cake with a hen harrier on it. It was, and she had a special T-shirt as well, so it was fantastic. It was a wonderful feeling that this is now our moor.
And one of the really exciting things about the future of this site is the opportunity to demonstrate a mosaic of habitats working well together. We have a nice plateau of open heather moorland, which is really important for the hen harriers here. But with that, there's also river habitat. We're standing in amongst the regeneration of ancient woodland. We're also looking at creating native woodland as well, new native woodland. And what we want to be able to show is that those habitats can have boundaries that merge, that have border and marginal species that can benefit from that we can create wetlands, that we can block the dams from drained peatland and re-wet areas to help waders. There's so much that can be done here. I guess the last thing I would say is that from a personal point of view in the journey that it's been for myself from 2 years ago of a group of community members coming together to think, could we create a nature reserve on this area of land that means so much to people both environmentally and culturally, locally, to where we are now, and in that time I've become a father as well, and I think of what we've done here and for our children and for the future, and I hope what it does in this really hard time that everyone's had, this devastating time with the pandemic, that it is a little bit of hope, and it's a little bit of we're not helpless to our circumstance, and we can change that as well.